kind of learned to not rely so much on the props, even though I love them. So we have a couple students online. Anywhere in between the little markers on the ground in here is good.
Do I need to grab anything?
No, we should be good.
I've hardly lived for 5 months. I'm in the backyard raking and sweeping. If any of the other stuff
That's good exercise though. The gardening is good exercise.
I'm very OCD about the trees are laughing at me because I'm sweeping up the leaf as it's falling down. There's an activity.
Should I be the same direction as you?
Oh yeah, so just turn your little mat.
Oh, the other way. Okay.
So the one corner lines up here and the back corner lines up there.
I did last weekend of yoga in the park
Oh, nice.
with you guys. Oh, Melviny. Awesome.
Okay. So I will try to divide my attention in class and online. Any injuries, aches, pains, areas of interest? My online people can type in the little chat box.
I just still have a little wonky knee. I really wanted to stretch today.
Just
Strength and strength, I always tell you that.
okay.
You know, I really have moved so little. I know I have to take it easy how I want to.
Yeah, because you'll probably try to like dive right back in and be
Yeah.
like it was before. Yeah, that's kind of how where everyone is at with it. Okay, let's go ahead and start by laying down on the back. This class is a little bit shorter than it formerly was, so I'd like to just dive right into it. So we're gonna start laying down. A little bit different than how class was before too. I'm gonna do the practice with you so our online people have a visual guide as well. So see how that goes. Okay. So go ahead and lay all the way down on the back. And then check in with your low back right away. Just notice if it's already, when you lay down and your legs are stretched out long, talking to you, you can take the feet to the floor, the feet about as wide as the mat, and let the knees knock in, giving the low back a little bit of space. All right, you may be perfectly happy with the legs out long in front of you. All right, some of you may already be craving a hip stretch and your low back feels good. You may want to take the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. All right, so you decide whatever feels best for you this morning. And allowing the eyes to close. Allow the skin of the forehead to soften, to release. You even move the lower part of the jaw from side to side a couple of times. Take a nice, deep, long inhale through the nose. And exhale, release the breath. 2 more like that. Nice long breath in through the tip of the nose. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Start to even out the pace of the breath, matching the length of the inhale, length of the exhale. Again, keeping the brow space soft, the features on the face soft. Noticing the little whispering sound the breath makes as it moves in and out through the tip of the nose, little brushing sensation of the breath on the back of the throat. And then observing as the breath moves in, the breath fills the belly, fills the chest, As we exhale, feeling the chest drop down, feeling the belly draw in slightly. Trying to focus our awareness on all of these things at the same time, the pace of the breath, the length, how it feels when it moves through the nose, through the back of the throat, how it moves the body. And then noticing how the body softens down. Each cycle of breath, body getting a little bit more relaxed. And hopefully we can keep this pace of breath through our practice, right? Just staying with a little even inhale and exhale. For our next breath in, slowly reaching the arms up and overhead. And then reaching the legs out long in front of you if they aren't already. And as we exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Give the knees a little squeeze towards the body. You can give a little rock from side to side, right to left. And then with one hand on each knee, make some big circles with the legs. Drop the knees away from one another. Circle them down, back in, together, and up. And circle. And then circle the legs in the other direction. Right, down, away, back around and up. You can just kind of let the hands on the knees steer the legs around. So legs are doing not so much work here. And then let the legs come together. Give a little gentle squeeze of the legs towards one another and then make some small circles with the legs together. So we kind of target that lowest part of the back of the pelvis, where a little SI joint is. Invite some blood flow down there. And then little circles in the other direction. And then from here, set the feet down onto the floor. Gently shift your hips over to the right side of the mat. We'll let the left leg stretch out long, hug the right knee into the chest. Give a nice little squeeze in. And as we exhale, guide the right leg across the body, find the twist. All right, walking the left shoulder from under the chest. Let the right shoulder soften down. We can keep this left hand on the right knee, on the right thigh, to add a little bit of weight if that's comfortable, or if you just want to take both arms into a T, that's fine too. Right, so finding some space across the chest, walk the left shoulder from under the chest, feel that right shoulder get a little bit heavier. And if you'd like, you can turn the head all the way over that right shoulder if it feels okay in the neck. Right, your neck may tell you right away that it would prefer to stay straight. Couple breaths here as we inhale, finding a little bit more space across the chest, across the upper back. And as we exhale, softening that right hip gently away from the body, right leg a little bit heavier. And gently come back to center. And taking the feet to the floor, shift the hips over to the left side of the mat. Allow the right leg to stretch out long. And then hug the left knee in towards the chest. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, guide the left leg across. Walk the right shoulder from under the chest. Allow the left shoulder to melt down. And again, the right hand can stay on that left thigh. Okay, maybe the head stays center here. Maybe it turns over the left shoulder. Okay, find the breath moving up and down the spine here. So always asking ourselves, right, where can I soften a little bit? Where can I find a little bit more ease, a little bit more letting go? For most of us here, that'll be kind of in the shoulder or in this left hip, low back area. Right, maybe even in the right glutes. Maybe just let the body be relaxed here. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Right, plant the feet on the floor, shift the hips back to the middle of the mat. Maybe do a little figure 4 from here. So left foot will stay on the floor, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And at first, just take the hands to the tops of the thighs, give them a little press away. So find a little bit more space in that low belly area. Breathe in. And as we exhale, draw the left thigh in towards the chest, interlace the hands behind the left leg. Right? And this is our like sciatica buster, our low back, hip tightness, like friend. And soften the shoulders down. And then let the leg shift over an inch or two to the left. Doesn't have to be a big movement, but just a little bit more activity should start to arise on that right hip. Maybe we shift the legs over. Find your toes drawing back gently towards the shins. From here, point your left toes. Inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, flex the foot, spread the toes, draw the heel down towards the buttock. 4 more like that. Point the left toes, reach the leg up to the sky, point. And then flex the foot, spread the toes, draw the heel down. With each exhale, taking the legs a little closer to the body. Inhale, point the toe, reach the leg up. Flex, draw the heel down, legs inch a little bit closer. 2 more like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, flex, heel down. Good, last one. Inhale, up. Flex, and the knee. Reach that left leg all the way up towards the sky and circle the ankle around a couple of times. So just turning in one direction and then in the other direction. And then spread the toes out wide on the left foot and then scrunch them together. Just spread and scrunch a couple times. And then relax the foot, rebend the knee, take a breath. And then exhale, slowly release, left foot to the floor and switch sides. Right foot comes down, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Okay. Take the hands to the tops of the thighs, just give them a little press away. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, draw the right leg in towards the chest, interlace our hands behind the right thigh. We give a little flex to the feet. And then again, shift the legs over, maybe an inch or 2 to the right. And then let the shoulders soften down. Right, so we're actively drawing that right thigh in as the left hip, left thigh gently press away. Breathe here. Offering the breath down into the left hip. And then point the right toes. Inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky. Flex the foot, spread the toes wide, draw the heel towards the buttock. Let the legs come in a little bit closer. 4 more like that. Inhale, point the toes, reach the leg up to the sky. Flex, bend the knee, draw the legs a little bit closer. Really subtle movements here, right? Inhale, reach up, point the toe. Flex, draw the heel down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Good. Flex, bend the knee. Last round, point the toes. Inhale, reach the leg up to the sky. Flex and bend. Good. Inhale, reach the right leg up again. Circle the ankle around a couple of times. And in the other direction. And then spread and scrunch the toes a couple of times. Spread and scrunch. Okay, and then relax the foot. Rebend the knee. And then release the right foot down to the floor. And take both feet down to the ground. Heel toe the feet so they're about as wide as the mat. And take a breath in. And as we exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Flex the feet gently. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a hold of the right wrist in the left hand. Give a little pull back, a little bit. We'll lean over to the left. If it feels good in the knees and low back, left foot can find its way on top of the right thigh. If that doesn't work for you, foot will stay on the floor. All right, think of the breath moving all through that right side body. And as we inhale, feel that right lung expand, like the ribs are moving away from one another, a little umbrella opening under the rib cage. And as we exhale, feel the legs getting a little bit heavier, softening down. Just 2 more breaths like that. Release the arms into a T, engage the belly, take the legs back to center. And then as we exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Okay. Inhale, arms up and overhead once again. Take a hold of the left wrist this time with the right hand. Give a little pull back, a little lean over to the right. And again, if it feels okay, maybe the right foot finds its way on top of the left thigh, if that works in your low back and your knee. Take a couple breaths here. And then slowly release the arms. Engage the belly, let the legs come back up to center. Okay, from here, draw the knees in towards the chest. Extend the legs up towards the sky. Heels reach up towards the ceiling. So you can hold on to the sides of the mat, that's fine. You can take the hands behind the head and like a little basket weave, or arms up and overhead. Some people will even be happy giving a little support to either side of the hips with the hands facing down. I'm gonna take a breath in here. As we exhale, we're gonna lower both legs just about 1/3 of the way. All right, breathe in. Exhale, both legs will lower about halfway or something close to that. Inhale. Exhale, we'll let the legs lower. Let them hover maybe just about 1 foot above the floor. Breathe in at the bottom here. And then slowly exhale. Take both legs back up towards the sky. So slower is better here. It's going to be a lot harder to move slower, but that's why we're here. Inhale at the top. Exhale, both legs come down just about 1/3 of the way. Engage through the belly, breathe in. Exhale, both legs come down halfway. Reach through the heels, engage the core. Inhale. Exhale, both legs come down. Allow them to hover above the floor. Hold and breathe in. Use the exhale, slowly take the legs back up towards the sky. We'll just do 1 more like that. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower just about 1/3 of the way. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the legs halfway. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs, hover above the floor. Hold for 3, 2, take a breath in. Exhale, both legs come back up towards the sky. And hug the knees into the chest. Feel the legs a little squeeze in towards the body. Okay, let's take our right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to the right side. And then we'll press ourselves up into a seated position, crossing the shins at the center, coming into Sukhasana. Okay.
My body says, breathe in.
Yeah. Coming back into it. All right, hands are gonna rest on the top of the thigh. Roll the shoulders down the back, the eyes can stay closed. All right, soften across the forehead and the jaw. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, let the hands come down through the heart space. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. You can add on a little twist from here. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Fingertips behind you, hand to the knee. As we inhale, grow a little bit taller. As we exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, sweep out and up, come back to center, breathe in. And exhale, twist over to the other side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale to twist. Good. Inhale, come back to center, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands back through the heart. All right, so we're gonna switch the cross of the legs here. Take the opposite shin in front. And then from here, a little stretching with the neck. Big stress in the neck is what I'm getting from a lot of my students. So we're gonna drop the chin down towards the chest. So start to stretch through the back of the neck. And then we're just gonna do little semicircles, dropping one ear over to the shoulder and then back. And we'll just start with that. Doesn't have to be aggressive in any way. Be gentle with your neck. And if it starts to feel okay to move the head all the way around in one circle, great. If you want to just stay with the little semicircles, that's fine too. Okay, if you're doing the big circles, we'll switch into the other direction. I didn't know how stiff my neck was until I started doing this every day. It hurts everywhere. Good. And then we'll come back to center. We're gonna drop the right ear over to the side, hand to the side of the head, and then just add a little bit of weight. And then turn the gaze towards the knee, let the hand slide to the back of the head. Kind of side back of the head, and then just a little bit of a stretch here. So side of the neck, it's a stretch. Good, and then back up to center. And same thing over to the other side. Drop the ear towards the shoulder, hand to the side of the head. We're not pulling it down, just like a little bit of pressure, right? And then turn the gaze towards the knee. Let the hand find a little bit more of the back of the head and then a little stretch so we feel it through the side of the neck. Good. And then come back to center. All right, let's find our way into a child's pose from here. Our toes together, knees wide. I say it's fun to have actual people in the room. All right, toes together. Hips towards the heels, let the arms walk out nice and long in front of us. Okay. And then spread the fingers wide on the mat. So pressing down a little bit more into the base of the index and thumb. From here, walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. Let the right hand rest on top of the left hand. So we get a nice big stretch all through that right shoulder, right side waist. Right, and as you breathe in, feel this side expand and get a little bit more length. And then walk the hands back to center and then over to the right. Left hand on top of the right hand. Same thing here as you breathe in. Feel that left side get a little bit longer. Feel it expand, widen. And then back to center. All right, make our way up onto the hands and knees, tabletop pose, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers out wide. And as we inhale, gently letting the tailbone lift, let the sides of the waist lengthen, crown of the head up. And as we exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the back, push the ground away, drop the head down. Again, inhale, moving in little segments of the spine, so tailbone gently lifts, lengthen through the side of the waist, heart forward. Exhale, curl the tailbone down, round it out. And keep moving like this, one little segment of the spine at a time, heart forward, heart moves through the gate of the arms. Exhale to round it out. One more round. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale. Find a nice flat back from here. We're going to walk the hands forward a couple of inches. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Press down into the base of the index and thumb. So a little bit more weight in the inner hand. And then from here, turning the upper inner arm forward. Curling our toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing up. Right. And then just pedal the heels, bend the right knee, and then the left knee. A couple of times. And then come high onto the balls of the feet, stretch your little toes. And then drop the heels over to one side. And then back to center. High onto the balls of the feet, stretch the toes. And then heels over to the other side. Good. Back to center. Give a generous bend to the knees as you lift the heels up, press the ground away. And then feel the inner thighs starting to turn back, let the heels drop down to the floor. Good. Inhale, heart forward, rock the chest forward, let the shoulders come over the wrists, plank pose, and exhale, downward facing. Two more like that. Inhale, heart forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Then lift the heels, bend the knees, take a little walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, the heart forward, fingertips can find the shins or the floor. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, Uttanasana. Two more like that. Inhale, heart forward, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Good. Find a nice deep bend in the knees. Cross the arms, hold on to the elbows, and hang the upper body down. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Good. Let the arms dangle down to the floor. Keep the nice big bend in the knees and then start to roll yourself all the way up to standing. Letting the head be the last thing to come up. And then we'll take our feet a little bit wider than hips width distance here. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root down through the feet, sweep the arms out and up, come all the way up to standing. Good, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Couple more like that. Inhale, reach out and up, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep out and up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Adding on from here, inhale, reach it out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, we'll step the left foot back. Keep the left knee lifted. So we're just on the ball of the back foot, toes on the floor. Left hand is gonna find the ground. Right thumb into the right hip crease. Start to draw that right hip back and in, right knee over the right ankle. So pretty wide stance between the legs here. And then draw the inner thighs towards one another. And then from here, let the right arm find its way up to the sky, finding the twist. Good. Press back through that left heel, left inner thigh up. Firm the outer right side in, breathe in. Good, exhale, right hand to the floor. From here, step the right foot back, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Step or maybe hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift once again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Onto the second side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. And from here, this time stepping the right leg back. Left leg stays forward, right hand down onto the floor, and left thumb into the hip crease. Right heel gently presses back, right inner thigh turning up, draw the left hip back and in, and then take our left arm up to the sky, find the twist. Good. So back leg is super strong, right? Thigh is strong, inner thigh is drawing towards one another. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, left hand to the floor. And from here, step it back, plank pose. Drop the knees down to the floor from here. Press the tops of the feet down into the floor. Belly is strong, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Good. From here, slide the hands back by the low ribs, spread the fingers wide. Inhale, lift the chest, Bhujangasana. Low cobra. Exhale, lower, forehead to the floor. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, shoulder blades squeeze into the upper back, press down into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower. Good. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, take the hands outside of the mat, so onto the floor beside you, fingertips on the ground. Keep pressing down into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, feel the shoulder blades squeeze into the upper back. Exhale, lower it down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Take the hands by the low ribs, curl the toes under, press yourself up through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out. And exhale, hands to the heart. So do a couple sun salutation A's. We can take modifications. We can always take the knees down to the floor and chaturanga, right? That might be a nice thing to do for the first little while as we get back into our practice. But you can always keep the knees up if you want. Cobra instead of up dog, okay? Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Knees up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes, cobra, or right into our upward facing dog. Exhale, press the ground away, hips lift up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Right, so taking modifications there, if your shoulders already are like, nope, right, you can take the knees down. Find the better alignment with the knees to the floor if you find that it's too much, right? Same with upward facing dog. If there's collapse in the shoulders or it's hard to get the hips off the floor, take cobra instead. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathing, go top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Once again, plant the hands, step the feet back. Again, knees up or down, right? Up to you. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower just to the elbows. Inhale, over the toes, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do 5 breaths here. All right, long inhale. Long exhale. 4 more like that. Good. Inhale. Let's go ahead and float the right leg up to the height of the hip. As we exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest, shoulders over the wrists. Step the right foot between the hands. So we want a pretty wide, long stance between the legs here. And then pivot the left heel down to the floor. So when we look at the feet, we're lined up front heel to back arch. Now anchor and press through that back leg, firm that right hip in. Inhale, we'll open it up into warrior 2. Yes. So normally I'm on like this side of the room, but we'll see if this works here today. It's all a process, right? Good. So right hip firming back and in, left thigh pressing back, and then bend this front knee a little bit deeper. Try to pick this front hip up a little bit, right? Just like the arms. Soften the shoulders down. Maybe even close the eyes. Your gaze can float over the right fingertips, but your eyes can close if that's comfortable. A long breath in. Long breath out. Good. Flip the right palm, reach the arm up and back over. Exhale, warrior 2. Good. Take the hands to the hips. From here, straighten the front knee, turn the toes. And then we'll just switch to the other side. Pick up the left knee, turn the toes out. Kick your back heel back a little bit so it's on an angle. So these back toes are pointing towards that front corner of the mat. And then bend the knee. Got arms in a T. Beautiful. Right, now draw that front hip in and under. Right thigh now presses back. Breathe here. Again, perhaps closing the eyes. Right? Last breath. Good. Flip the palm, reach the arm up and back, reverse. Good. Warrior two. Take the hands to the hips, and now turn the toes again. We're going to turn our toes towards Chatsworth. I'm going to turn my toes towards you guys. Okay. Widen across the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge at the hips. Fold it in. Prasarita Padottanasana. Let the chest, the head melt down. Hands will find the floor from here. Okay. So feet are pretty darn wide on the mat, right? Outer ankles firm in. Outer hips firm in. And if we can, walking the hands back so they kind of line up with the feet here, then you can bend the elbows back. Crown of the head seeks the floor. Doesn't matter if it gets there or not. That's not important. Breathe here. Inhale. Take it up. All right. Go ahead and walk the hands out onto the floor. Take a wide leg downward facing dog. So spread the fingers wide and then let the chest drop down. Good. Walk the hands back in towards you. Good. Take the hands to the hips. Come all the way up to standing. Good. Pop the feet together. Good. And we'll take a little walk to the top of the mat once again. So let's keep our feet about hips width distance apart here. Spread the toes wide. You can even lift all your little toes up, spread them out, and then set them back down. Yeah? From here, bend the knees, shift the weight into the heels, sweep the arms forward and up. Inhale, Utkatasana. As we exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen through the spine. Plant the hands, keep that length, step the feet back, plank. Knees up or down for this. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale over the toes, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float the right leg up to the height of the hip. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest, step the right foot between the hands. Give it a little help up if it needs. Now pop the back foot down to the floor. When you look at your feet, we're lined up heel to heel or a teensy bit wider on the mat. Firm that right hip in, anchor through the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Right, having a little spot to focus on that isn't moving helps us bounce as we transition, right? Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, hands come down to the floor, frame the right foot, step it back. Again, knees up or down, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here. Long exhale. Then float the left leg up to the height of the hip. Exhale, knee into the chest. Step the left foot between the hands. Give it some help if it needs it. Pop the right heel down to the floor. Heel to heel or a little bit wider. Anchor through the back leg. Inhale, sweep it up, warrior. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step it back. Vinyasa of your choice. You can skip it all together if you want. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Right. Spread the fingers out wide again. Find that little bit more weight in the inner part of the hand, index and thumb. Find that space across the upper back, the upper inner arms turning up. 2 more breaths. Take the knees to the floor. Keep the legs together. Sit back into a child's pose with the knees together. So the belly can just rest on the thigh. 5 breaths here. Take the arms out long once again. And from here, curl our toes under, lift the hips up and back, down, up. Okay, from here, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep it out and up all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, from here, take the hands to the hips. Come into tree pose. So find something that isn't moving, right? Anything that is moving, you can focus on. These little bits of tape will help, probably. We're gonna bend right knee. Externally rotate the right leg. Okay? And then firm this outer left hip in, right? So it's not sassing up to the side. We're gonna firm it in. And then the lower foot can come to the lower leg or to the inner thigh, right? Wherever it's gonna find some comfort today. We just need to avoid pressure on the knee. And then from here, let's take the hands to the heart. Okay, can we feel the low belly zipping up? Yeah. Shoulders softening down. Can we be nice to ourselves if we don't have a whole lot of great balance today? Okay. Maybe the arms reach up to the sky. Firm the upper arms in. Belly strong. And then take that right knee forward. Extend the leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. And then onto the second side. Hands to the hips. All right, bend the left knee. Externally rotate the leg. So the knee turns out and then firm that outer hip in. And from here, foot comes to the lower leg or perhaps the inner thigh. Right? Good. One is not better than the other. It's just kind of wherever it'll go. Good. Hands to the heart. Keep your focus on that one little spot that's helping you balance, right? Breathe here. Maybe the arms can reach up to the sky. Okay. Firm the upper arms in. Engage through the belly. Take the knee forward. Let's extend the leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, take the index, middle finger, and thumb, wrap it around the big toe, part forward. Exhale, fold it in. And deep bend of the elbows out to the side of the room. Give your feet enough space, right? About hips width distance. Crown of the head drops down. Shoulders are up and away from the ear. Couple breaths. Inhale. Fingertips to the floor or the shins, heart forward, lengthen through the sides of the waist. And then from here, once again, step the left foot back. Left foot back, right leg forward. Good. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Crescent lunge. Take a breath in. As we exhale, bend the back knee, bend the elbows, tap the knee down. Inhale up. Wow, my quads are tight. I don't know about you guys. Bend the left knee, tap it down. Whew, up. Last one, tap the left knee down. Take the fingertips to the floor. We're gonna shift the hips back over that left knee. Reach the right leg forward. Okay, and so left knee is on the ground, right leg stretching out long. Ardha Hanumanasana. Breathe into the back of this right leg. Maybe feels like the first time ever. It's a bit like riding a bike, right? If you haven't been on your practice this whole time, it'll come back. Your hamstrings will just hurt for a couple weeks. That's how it works. And one more breath in. Long exhale. Good. Inhale, slide it forward. Again, frame the foot with the hands, and let's just step it back. Down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, last side. Inhale, out and up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, we're gonna step the right foot back. Toes stay curled under, left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, sweep it up, crescent lunge. Good, breathe in. Exhale, tap it down, bend the elbows, shoulder blades firm into the upper back. Inhale, up. Exhale, a little tap down. Inhale, up. Exhale, tap down. From here, let the fingertips find the floor. Shift the hips back over that back knee, and then reach that left heel forward. And draw the left hip in and back. Breathe into the back of that left leg. It needs it. Hold here. Right, we don't need a huge fold here probably. A little goes a long way with this guy. Good. Last breath. Inhale, shift forward, plant the hands, press it up and back, down dog. Child's pose from here. Toes can be together, knees wide, let the belly spill down between the legs, lower. We'll slowly start to press ourselves up. Let's go ahead and make our way to seated forward folds. Go ahead and press yourself up. Let's cross the shins at the center. So just like we had them at the beginning of class. Let's say this. We can kind of take the yin version here. So whatever is comfortable in the legs here, I'll sign off on. So shins can cross at the center. You can have heel in front of heel. You can take double pigeon if that is calling to you, or even like a little half lotus. So whatever works. Bring it nice and tall. Right? Something we can hold for a couple of breaths. And then exhale. Hips sink back and down. We're just gonna melt over the legs. And you can just let the head hang all the way down. Just breathe here. And as we start to wind down, asking ourselves, okay, now where can I really soften and kind of just lean in. And slowly start to press yourself back up. Okay. From here on to the other side. So same fold variation, just the opposite leg in front or on top. Okay. Inhale, get a little bit taller. Exhale, fold. Slowly start to press ourselves back up. Let's make our way onto the back, and when we lay on the back, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Find the knees in. And then we'll take the arms into a T. As we exhale, gently drop the legs over to the left. Really gentle, easy twist. And slowly bring the legs back up. And then drop the legs over to the right. And slowly come back up. Let's take a happy baby pose from here. And draw the legs down. Reach the heels up. Give a little rock from side to side if that feels good. Maybe extend one leg or both legs. And then hug the knees into the chest, up and listen and roll yourself into a little ball. And then reach the legs out long, coming into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Right. Turn the lights down here. Let's take a nice big breath in through the nose. Long exhale. Deepen the flow of the breath. A little wiggle to our fingers, a little wiggle to our toes. And as we inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. And as we exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Take the right arm up and overhead, gently roll to your right side. And then slowly, mindfully make your way into a comfortable seated position. As you arrive, allow the hands to come and rest at the heart. As we inhale, feel the chest lift. Now as we exhale, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Good work.
Thank you, Jen.
First. So we're namaste. Like a walk around. We'll unmute our friends over here. It's our usual drill. Hi guys.
Jen, is it just me? I think I'm the only one.
Hi, Kathy, it's me too.
Yep. There's Jen. And then we have a couple people in here too. So hi guys. Come over anytime.
Here I am. See,
Whenever you're ready.
yes, I know. It's kind of nice to do it at home too.
We'll only do it this way, I think, for a while until people are like all the way comfortable. So I think the laptop will be set up in here just kind of indefinitely. So it'll be like our middle student. All right, guys. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you, Jen. Bye, Kathy.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.